catch-22. I think it's something like you can't do one thing until you've done another thing, but you can't do the second thing until you've done the first thing, and so you're stuck. Now, I don't know if I've had to face too many catch-22s in my life, but I've definitely had a spate of mistakes that I feel stuck in this last week. I've been trying to restore a garden bench, and the more I've tried to restore it, the more I've broken the thing. And to fix it in the end, I think I've probably spent more money fixing it than I would have if I had just gone out and bought a new one. And so now every time I walk past that garden bench, I'm just reminded of how stupid I can be sometimes. Like this mistake that sits there watching me. Worse than this, the other day I dinged my car coming out of a parking lot. Took the corner a bit too sharp, and I hit the fence post. And I've put a big ding in the side door of the car. Now every time I go past the car, I'm reminded, I see the dent, and I'm reminded that maybe I'm not as good a driver as I like to think I am. But these mistakes, they have a way of holding on to us, don't they? They're getting us stuck. They kind of plague us, and we play them over in our minds. I can't help wondering if maybe this is the headspace that Peter is in after Easter, where he feels like he's let Jesus down, and he's maybe let himself down, and he just can't shake it. I imagine him replaying the events of that week over and over in his mind, and him just thinking, Peter, why did you do that? Why did you act that way? If only I could have done it different. Or what were you thinking, Peter? And you get a sense that almost like him trying to just shake these thoughts, he says, I'm going fishing, and the disciples join him. And this is when Jesus appears to them on the shoreline, and he shouts out to them, and he says, why don't you cast your nets on the other side? And they cast their nets, and there is this miraculous catch. Every fisherman's dream. 153. Catch 153, let's call it. 153. But believed at the time to be the entire number of species of fish that you could find in Lake Galilee. So 153, it's a symbolic number. It's a catch that retrieves all. It's a catch that leaves none behind. With a net so strong that even though it catches 153, even though it doesn't leave any fish behind, it doesn't break. Quite a powerful symbol that John uses in his gospel. And so, like the fishermen who bring in the fish, leaving none behind, Jesus brings in his disciples onto the beach, his miraculous catch, if you like. And how lovely it is that he doesn't remind Peter of his mistakes. When Peter comes up to him, he doesn't say, Peter, what the heck? What were you thinking? Thanks for nothing, or can't believe you just did that. No, he doesn't do any of that. Instead, Jesus just gives Peter an opportunity to profess his love for him. Do you love me, Peter? Yes, Lord, you know that I love you. And we find that this Peter, the one called to be a fisher of people, needs first to be caught himself, to fall, to be found wanting, but then to find that as he falls into God's grace, that the net of God's love is strong enough to hold him, even though he's made all these mistakes, strong enough to give him a second chance, and in fact to restore him and make him new. How life-changing to know that God catches you. Because I think it makes you grateful and humble, but it also has the power to make you confident, because God promises that his net is strong enough to hold you. His net is strong enough to catch me, even at my worst. So, whatever is your failing, your mistake, whatever is the thing that kind of plagues you, perhaps, whatever you think might rule you out, or whatever wrongdoing you're stuck in, that thing that loops over in your mind. Just know that God is not a God of catch 22. He's the God of catch 153. God is the miraculous catcher of fish, and his net is wider and deeper than we could ever comprehend. God is the miraculous catcher of fish, and none are beyond his catching. Like Peter, we need to appreciate that. We need to know that God catches us. And as we appreciate that, this good news that we are caught by God, we ourselves are then called to be fishers of people and to share that good news with the world, to feed that to God's sheep. That's a wonderful idea. Um, ooh, I think I'm onto something. I'm onto something good. Yes.